The women's football tournament at the 2020 Summer Olympics was held from the 21st of July to the 6th of August 2021. Originally, it was to be held from the 22nd of July to the 7th of August 2020. But the Summer Olympics were postponed to the following year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the official name of the Games remains the 2020 Summer Olympics. It was the 7th edition of the Women's Olympic Football Tournament. Together with the men's competition, the 2020 Summer Olympics football tournament was being held at 6 stadiums in 6 cities in Japan. The final was hosted at the International Stadium in Yokohama. There were no player age restrictions for teams participating in the competition. Germany, the winners of the previous tournament, failed to qualify for the tournament after being eliminated in the quarterfinals of the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup. Canada won their first gold medal by defeating Sweden 3-2 in the penalty shootout after both teams drew 1-1 after extra time in the final. The United States won bronze after beating Australia 4-3 in the bronze medal game. In addition to host nation Japan, 11 women's national teams qualified from 6 separate continental confederations. The organizing committee for FIFA competitions ratified the distribution of spots at their meeting on the 14th of September 2017. For the first time, per the agreement between the 4 British football associations, the tournament was held in 6 venues across 6 cities. The gold medal match was originally scheduled to be played at the National Stadium in Tokyo. Both finalists requested a later kick-off time due to concerns about excessive heat, as the National Stadium was already booked for athletics events in the evening. The game was moved to the International Stadium Yokohama in Yokohama. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic in Japan, most matches were played behind closed doors without any spectators. However, Miyagi Stadium allowed a limited audience to attend matches. The tournament was a full international tournament with no restrictions on age. Traditionally, the roster rules required each team to submit a squad of 18 players, 2 of whom must be goalkeepers. Each team also names a list of 4 alternate players who can replace any player in the squad in case of injury during the tournament. In late June 2021, the International Olympic Committee and FIFA announced that all 22 players of each team will be available for selection before each match. Prior to each match, the teams will choose from their total of 22 players a roster of 18 players to be available for play in that match. The IOC also confirmed that a player must appear on at least one 18-player matchday roster to be considered an Olympian and to receive a medal. The rule change was made in regards to the challenges presented by the COVID-19 pandemic. In June 2020, FIFA approved the use of the video assistant referee system for the tournament. The match officials were announced on the 23rd of April 2021. The draw for the tournament was held on the 21st of April 2021, 10 o'clock Central Europe Summer Time, at the FIFA headquarters in Zurich, Switzerland. It was conducted by Sarai Behrman, FIFA Chief Women's Football Officer, while Samantha Johnson presented the ceremony. Lindsay Tapley and Ryan Nelson acted as the draw assistants. The 12 teams were drawn into 3 groups of 4 teams. The hosts Japan were automatically seeded into Pot 1 and assigned to position E1, while the remaining teams were seeded into their respective pots based on the FIFA Women's World Rankings released on the 16th of April 2021. As Great Britain are not a FIFA member and therefore do not have a ranking, they were seeded based on the FIFA ranking of England, who qualified on behalf of Great Britain. No group could contain more than 1 team from each confederation. The competing countries were divided into 3 groups of 4 teams, denoted as Groups A, F and G to avoid confusion with the groups of the men's tournament. Teams in each group played one another in a round-robin basis, with the top 2 teams of each group and the 2 best third-placed teams advancing to the quarterfinals. All times are local. JST. The ranking of teams in the group stage was determined as follows. In the knockout stage, if a match was level at the end of normal playing time, extra time was played and followed, if necessary, by a penalty shootout to determine the winner. There were 101 goals scored in 26 matches, for an average of 3.88 goals per match. 10 goals, 6 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals, 1 goal, 1 own goal source. TOCOG. A player was automatically suspended for the next match for the following offences. The following offences warranted a suspension during the tournament. Per statistical convention in football, matches decided in extra time are counted as wins and losses, while matches decided by penalty shootouts are counted as draws.